doing tonight? Oh, I do love this music. It's just so effortlessly cool. It is absolutely brilliant. Let's bring the lights up a little bit, shall we? Hello there, my name is Loxley. Tonight I am playing Transistor from the same folks who brought you Bastion, so this is another Supergiant Games piece. If you didn't catch me on Saturday, we have already started. We have made it through the first few levels of Bastion, and we are currently in the Highrise area. Well, I say currently. Currently, we're on the in one of the backdoor areas where they have various challenges. But we'll be going back out into the Highrise area. The story so far is we are playing as Red. Red was a singer at a venue called the Empty Set, and seemed to have got in some way involved with a weapons deal involving this big sword called the Transistor. Somebody came to Red's aid, was stabbed with the Transistor, and now their soul is trapped inside the Transistor. I say trapped. Their soul is held in the Transistor. I'm not entirely sure what the situation is. Based on the fact that everything is very code-based and very digitized, it seems to be that my guess is that this is a post-human what's the term? The singularity has arrived and people have been uploaded onto computers, and we're in a city called Cloudbank, which is largely administered by those computers. But there is some kind of virus called the Process that is slowly taking over and processing people into it. We are the few people we've found. We are saving into Transistor, integrating into Transistor, and they are giving us functions or attacks. Yeah. Also, we're trying to find the Camerata, who seem to be behind the Process, but are also the people who originally had the Bastion, and indeed seem to have been involved in some kind of organized crime. That's as much of the story as I understand right now. So we're gonna hop straight back into Cloudbank and see how it goes. I have no idea. I'm not. I'm kind of loving this game right now because it is just like the style.
Back from break.
Ah, yes. Before I went into the back door, Transistor was having a little bit of trouble. There's some kind of impact. I also realized that one thing I forgot to do, I didn't do on Saturday, was there was an area which I think was my apartment, where there was some flatbread waiting for me, which is just... Oh, hello. Oh, I need to... Ah, yes. Okay. So, we're instantly getting attacked. We are instantly getting attacked by a young lady and two young ladies, which is a type of Process. And I forgot what powers I had attached. So I have Bounce, which will attack something and then bounce to other enemies. I have Ping, which is a very short range quick fire, and I have effectively a cluster bomb. So pretty happy with that. Also, I saw a documentary about the making of Bastion today, and I wouldn't have noticed this humming, but I'm now not able to do anything but listen to this humming, and it's so cool. This is just in Red's head. Let's go behind you. The thing about young ladies is, as soon as they get hit, they teleport away. So I'm gonna hit that one and then just run. And you can play this game either in real time or using this turn mode. I really like this turn mode because I came from things like Fire Emblem and XCOM, and it's a very nice system where you can plan out your attack and then see how it goes. So bounce. You did not teleport. Interesting.
Oh, wow. No fair.
Okay, that's... Well, in that case, let's shoot you in the back of it. Oh, that time you bounced.
Well, luck.
And gonna keep moving. My health is at the bottom middle of the screen, which is really good. Let's just bounce you, and then that will attack all of the young ladies. That's good. And then can I get over to... I fire this over here. I don't know if I can, because I think it might be blocked. But you know what? Is that... Okay, let's back up slightly. Go up here, make sure I've got a clear line of sight, and then can I... Or do I have to make sure it's... so I think I've got to make sure it's on the line. So that should get me going. I'm going to have to probably look up what bonuses I have attached to things. So I'm going to do that in a second when I finish this fight. First, however... Oh, you didn't get bounced in the back. No. Okay, this actually works fine because I can bounce you and then bounce you. Go. Okay, so I can bounce you and then just keep moving over here. Okay, actually, I don't want to do that. I want to come back here and then bounce into you, so you've got a lot of stuff going on. Just ping you, and then probably bounce into all of you, and dive down here. Oh no, that's all of my turn gone. You're down. You go down. You go... So now, in theory, I should be able to get a bunch... Oh, no, don't want to ping. I want to bounce and bounce. And I think I've just got one over on the left-hand side. Yeah, lots of bounces. And you get shot, and you get shot. Cool. Any more for any more? Oh, yep, hello. Hello.
That was pretty swell.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy with how that went. As you can see, we've got some limiters. I will show you what they are when we get to an access point. Because also... Oh. Uh-oh. Is this where I'm meant to go? Okay, let's bounce that. Anti-chasing trail.
Think you stepped in something?
Okay, cool. Cool. Ah, that hurt. Ping, 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 ping. Actually, is this... So that's 60 versus... Oh, 100. Okay, let's do that. Let's just ping you a lot. There we go. Okay, sword is drunk. Poor drunk sword. Right, let's go back. Because I think that I want to make sure that I am not missing anything. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I came from up here.
Because I do not at this time.
Do I? Wait, did I? I think I did. I just don't want to inadvertently continue and progress whilst I... Ah, yeah, here we go. So this is... Wait, did I?
We're lost.
Ah, yes. So, and the game's also saying, what are you doing, you fool? You're going the wrong way. Yeah, because this is... I really want to see if I can get back down to my apartment. I don't think I can, but... No. Oh, well. I do not get the small amount of plot that comes from knowing what the seafood flatbread was like. That saddens me greatly. That's fine. Okay, that's what second playthroughs are for. Let me just double check what on earth I have on this thing. We'll look at some... So, we have... I have a look at my... So, we have Bounce, which is really good. You know what? I'm going to quickly just select that for... Ah, here we go. So, I've got Bounce. And Bounce will gain a 50... Oh, remember Breach. Breach gains a 25% chance to become a super user, so that basically... Oh, no, that's not... Okay, let's have a look. So, Breach is giving me more planning potential in turn. So actually, that's me with more planning length. Crash is just attached to... Bounce, and it is causing it to stun. So that's probably why the cluckers couldn't run away as effectively. Spark's installed, and it's just basically it's a split bomb. This is Jaunt would usually allow me to bounce around, but it's also allowing me to use ping without any cooldown between turns. Bounce is hitting an enemy and then bouncing to up to 5 times to other enemies. Load is explosive, and I believe is just... It basically just adds more bombs to my bombs. Mask is raising the potency of Bounce for backstab, and Ping is just short range attack from out of the hilt. We also have... limiters. These are little... These just make the game a bit harder. Everything also has lore attached to it, so little bad cells we saw, we get told about them. We get told about what the features are, what the vulnerabilities are, and a little bit of context from someone called Royce. The abundance, I believe, came from the young lady, because apparently the process is taking on appearances of humans. And this one is weed. Ah, yeah, so they basically restore enemy units and are not particularly powerful, but they're a little bit of a arse to deal with because enemies can fall back to them and heal, which is annoying. The ground is possibly teeming with these little numbers, isn't it now? They spread while underground. Of this I'm certain, though the exact method of reproduction, that I don't exactly understand. It isn't... Well, it must get so crowded down there once in a while. Why one of them decides it's time to poke his head up for a look around? Is this a primordial form of some sort, from which all the others came to pass? The others tend to turn to these as though for guidance, despite how simple they appear to be. requires further study. And everything kind of has a sense of code about it. So this is a comment attached to something, so it wouldn't be read by code, but it's for designers to look at, to get more context for what they're looking at. All of the functions contain parentheses after their name, which suggests a parameter. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Ooh, this is fun. So what I also really like about the lore is that you unlock it by using these various functions as upgrades rather than active slots. So, for example, this function breach comes from the person who currently inhabits Bastion, but we don't know anything about him. All the details are here, but yeah, we don't know anything about him. Timestamps on subject's integration coincides with timestamp of previous authenticated user, relinquishing access and control. Though subject's trace data was corrupted during integration, nonetheless, such data has its uses and consequently derived a suitable function. Subject's trace data remains disjointed and cannot be recovered. Interesting. Who else? We also learn a bit more about Preston Moyle, who's a racing car driver. So he went for a drive, leaving his personal effects except for his fastest bike. Freewheeling. Tracking systems on his bike indicate that Mr. Moyle headed northwest across the canals late one night, averaging speeds 228% faster than the common standard. He surely was aware that the northwestern corner of Cowbank was offline pending investigation. This was like the appeal. Having his very own abandoned part of town to race through on his custom bike was Preston Moyle's dream, and the reality lived up to the dream, judging by the volume of Mr. Moyle's laughter recorded by the bike. However, the recording stopped abruptly. That's why I'm keeping Preston on. I'm not using Preston as an actual jaunt at the moment. Which, as soon as we get him upgraded a bit more, I am very much looking forward to having that back, because it feels bad and wrong to play a Supergiant game without some form of fast-moving dash button. That's the first. So yeah, I think we got.
Northwest bracket towers.
Okay, so we want to go.
You know those white walls been popping up?
Okay, there's another access point.
I
don't.
Kinda miss those.
So the white walls that have been popping up are, well, these things. They are part of the process, and they are slowly corrupting the entirety of the city. I'm going to go this way first because it seems to be the way. It seems to be the opposite of the way that the game wants me to go, and I do like. Ooh, that doesn't appear to be here. That's weird. OVC relay. I don't know what OVC stands for. Emergency broadcast today 8.
Terminals around town holding up pretty good, all things considered.
Oh, it's a relay. I understand. I got it. So it's not one of the, because I've been looking at the terminals, not the relay stations. Okay. So that just took me around here. That's oh, scaffolding. Structural integrity 91%.
How long you think we got till this whole place goes down?
What I just found out today, actually, is that the sword is voiced by the same voice actor who also voiced the narrator in Bastion, and also voices Hades in Hades. So yeah, the amount of range that guy has is stunning. OVC. Urgent. Immediate response requested. Your input is needed to expedite relief in case of emergency.
Everybody's packing it up for the country.
Central Authority urges all individuals to provide relocation preferences as soon as possible. Narrow search, higher quality. Wide search, more results. We'll get more people out. We're sorry.
We'll notify our local administrator.
We're sorry your request could not be completed at this time. Unknown error occurred. Please notify your local administration.
Off we go again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, these guys are nasty.
Process. You think maybe...
So, operators don't have a back as far as I can tell, which is a shame. But they are bounceable. Wait, hang on. Why don't let's just spark them all. That kind of gets us started. Then bounce off you. And then, because you actually determine your target quite well. And then bounce off you, and I think we should get a few... Yeah. Okay. So that is definitely a good tactic because you're getting multiple left off them. And also, yeah, I definitely want to be prioritizing this one on the right because it's got a lot more spawns left. And then dive back behind here. And there's a cheerleader here as well. That is annoying. Bounce into you. Bounce into you. Shoot you. And then do I have enough time to do... Let's just do a big old explosion here. And then everything comes with a little respawner. And we want to get rid of those very damn quickly. Oh, hello, hello. All of the explosions! Oh, dive behind here. Oh, hello. Right, this is not great. Oh, I can backstab people. No, you. And then into you. And then... Ah, okay, that's fine. So this should get rid of that badge cell. And then bounce, and bounce. And hide from the snapshot. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Right, let's get the creep. Because I don't like creeps. Uh-oh. You did not go down as much as I wanted you to. Lot of sparks. Just throw everything. There we go.
That's my star. You could always handle yourself.
Oh, and I leveled up. Excellent. Get. So I can either force a target closer to the user, stronger against distant targets, Make most functions pull targets out of position or draw in cells faster and from farther away. That's quite good. Or I have the hypnotic allegiance switching. Integrate allegiance altering subroutine into most functions, or spawn a friendly bad cell when retrieving cells. Oh, okay. So few options. I'm probably going to forget just because it seems quite useful and it's relatively inexpensive memory-wise. I don't think I'm going to use it as a primary function on my weapon, though. System permission, 1 upgrade slot or 1 passive slot. Ooh, memory permission plus 4 mem. That is exactly what I want. Yes.
I love you so much, Red. You know that, right?
Oh, wait.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Dense vapor. Process 27%? What?
Just some crazy fog I've never seen before. Nothing to be afraid of.
But the process is processing it. Go away. Why are you still spawning? Approved 20 days ago.
Maybe now they'll quit building out the rest of the block. What was that?
What the fuck was that? That looked huge.
It was nothing.
I'm not convinced. Might like to get that thing attached to my sword again now. Large processed... Oh, God. This is gonna be fun. Okay.
Ragged towers. Here we come.
Oh, okay. So I thought we were going to get attacked by something. But no, apparently we're just going to meet it directly. That's fine. Let it load. Everything is so cool and stylish. I love this. I was saying it was Art Deco the other day. So that turns out it's actually Art Nouveau. I was slightly wrong.
This tower's changed 1,000 times. It's gotta be pretty old.
Oh, administration center.
Central admin sure keeps it tidy.
So there's definitely some blood spatter in the top right there. Or is that blood pixels? Let's have a look down here. Let's look at down here.
Every time you cast a vote in this town, it gets tallied, sorted.
Ooh, back doors.
Somewhere here.
Maintenance access. Okay, let's have a look at the lore first. Urgent. List of known process symptoms. Are you or anyone you know experiencing any of the following?
Another chance to make Cloud Bank a better place.
Known symptoms of process infection. Skin pallor, fever, forgetfulness, fatigue. I mean, technically, I don't know. I don't remember anything about what happened in my life except for what I'm reading in the sword, so...
You never forget.
You selected forgetfulness. Thank you for your feedback. Please alert your medical professional. Remain indoors until help arrives.
Seems like you're safe. I take full credit.
What happens? Oh, okay, so that just is a... Okay, that's an interesting... I'm not sure why that door was necessary, but okay. Let's have a look at the back door.
It's one of those doors.
Yeah, it is. This is a nice, this is a literal sandbox area, because you gotta love a visual pun. We have a ball, it's great, and
I think I'm okay.
we have Luna, who is our... yeah, she just chases the ball. Make a mull ideas. We got, ooh, got a lot of doors open this time.
There's something out there. At the towers.
Yeah, I know. We're going to see what that
I
is.
feel it.
I mean, I
You
saw
see
it,
out
so...
there. Punch it right in the nose for me, will you? If it's got a nose.
Gotcha. I love the flourish. I have no idea what it does, but I like it. So this is planning test. This is just how you can do, like, try lots of different things. And you also get levels and music. So we've got a performance test, we've got a planning test. I think there's a speed test up here. And stability test, which is just survive as long as you can. Let's do the planning test, because effectively what you need to do is go into the turn plan mode and destroy everything at the within one turn rotation. So we're going to do that, because I quite like them.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, and we have... Oh, wow. Terminate process in one turn. Right, how many of these can I... Oh, I can't. So, oh, I definitely saw you a second ago. Can I get you? Oh, I can. So we're trying minimal movement. Right, is there anything else? I'm just gonna, okay, so this doesn't actually spread anywhere beyond here. So actually, I'm slightly overcomplicating this by not just going here. Ping at E. Okay, not that one. Okay, and then we should just be able to do... Go.
Like I was saying.
Okay, so that was not the most... The planning tests are... I don't know, they vary a bit. Ooh, sandbox music unlocked. Nice.
Think that door's gonna stay shut.
Nah. Like, not least because I'm pretty sure it just had 3 of 7. Performance test.
Let's try 4 again.
I think this is just a timed attack. No, that's speed test. What is performance test? I don't remember what.
Just have to hang on longer than they can.
Okay, and I get to choose whatever I like. 3 of 10. Okay, I'm gonna have 3 of 10 functions. So I'm now yanking, breaching, and bounce. Let's put you on A. Put you on B. And you, I see. We're memory. I can definitely speak. So we are memory limited. So I'm going to try this on B. I'm going to try and... That being said, does it make sense to... Because this will go through walls. Because this pierces targets. That draws in cells faster and from further away, if it's in, or pulls targets. I can't have both of these, but I can have this. And I think I actually probably want to have this installed. In that case, let's put this on A. No, B. Remove installed. Put it on A. And then add a chain reactive effect to most functions. Oh, I can't do that one though. So let's put this here. And we'll go for that. Clear 5 waves. Okay. Okay, and run from the young lady. Okay, let's go back here. There we go. And then over to you. Nice. Use access point to start. Yeah, that's just one wave. Okay. Though I've got to say, I am liking the breach.
What do we got?
4 of 10. So, harm and disrupt nearby targets, exposing vulnerabilities. So actually, how much? So I've got 4 of 6. I'm currently using. So I could put bounce. Or I could add something onto. Ooh, there's a thought. So if I remove that, add that in here on B, and then let's do what I think it does. Get will briefly make targets more vulnerable to other functions. So if I drag with get, and then follow up with breach, I will be able to. They'll be more vulnerable, so they take more damage. Cool. Let's do that. I like that as an idea. Wait, why am I doing that? Pull that to me, and then shoot that, then do the same here, and then shoot it. Ah, jerks. So, can we pull you? Let's... Actually, no, let's move to here. Pull you. Shoot you and get that weed out of the bargain. And then add another breach.
Do it.
And then let's keep moving. Yep, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Nope, 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 nope. Boom. Let's get you from behind. What happens if I do this? That'll do. Oh, that was not as thoroughly effective as I thought it was going to be. Nice. Wave 2 cleared. Wait, now we've got mask, which... Oh, we've also got more stuff. So this raises the potency of most functions when backstabbing. That's really good. In fact, that's really good on breach, because I like to use breach for backstabbing a lot. We are also going to add... Yeah, you know what? Let's add bounce to... Actually, what does bounce do here? Huh. So get will change to multiple targets, or breach will change to multiple targets. You know what? I actually think... Let's just quickly remove everything. Because, crucially, on my B slot, I have 2 upgrades. Now, I would really like to have mask and bounce. Meanwhile, I have get here, which I can put on A, and just put the crash on that, because that's all I want that to do. I want it to yank and stun.
All right, all right.
So the obvious question becomes, will the young lady teleport? Let's have a look. Ah, yes it does. That's annoying. Uh-oh. But if I go here... Ah, no, I don't want to get. I want to... And keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I get these lined up. I think I can. There we go. I mean, truly speaking, this should be bouncing anyway. Yes, it is. Good, good, good. Unfortunately, they've not really got the range to do a lot of stuff. Oh, hello. Nope, nope. Not there either. There we go. Go here, and then shoot, and then drag you. Oh, nice.
Rearmed.
Cool. What do we get access to this time?
More to work with.
Oh, I do like ping. Ping's great. That being said, move much further in a single-use turn, reduce turn planning costs, speed up most actions. Let's just stick this. Yeah, ping here will be quite good. Dislike intensely. Actually, I want to be slightly off-center for the weed. I want to be dragging this guy, and then I want to shoot you. Ah, I mean, because this one was... Ah, no. Why? You were not meant to be... I don't need to weed. Oh, that's a good angle.
Go.
Snapshots are annoying. Get back. That general direction, I guess. Oh, okay. Did not account for that. I do like this as a design choice for the snapshots. Is the fact they're effectively. Actually, no. That's just. Oh. I like the fact that you getting blinded by the snapshots, in fact, is represented by you getting a snapshot put over your character so you don't quite know where you are. It's just a very nice... Ah, yes, jaunt. Recover more quickly after using turn. Now, we're just going to stick this on a... In fact... Oh, God. We're going to stick this on A very briefly, so let's quickly uninstall that. Uninstall that. Because this is just going to allow us to dodge around a bit more. And then you can go on X and you can upgrade. What do you do? Jaunt will stun and disrupt targets, exposing. Oh, that actually sounds quite good. Let's do that. Jaunting and stunning, because that is my favorite thing to do. Okay, this did not go well. Wait, why are you not? So if I X here, and then B. Oh, I know why. It's because I didn't do the... but... There we go. So now I should be able to... Nope. Backstab plus crash. There we go. I wasn't quite getting it.
Wide open.
And then let's jaunt out of there. One, two, three. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, that should get all of you. And you. No, no, it's not. Dive back here. Go through here. Yes! And let's do that again.
Fly.
That's what you like. Okay, you are... Nope. I don't want to do that. I want to jaunt here. And then line you three up nicely. Just keep hitting. We'll just keep you stunned until my turn's back. And then just shoot you. Nice. Oh, I feel pretty good about that. It just these do test you, but they also make you feel pretty good when you get through them. You do feel very it's very satisfying to complete levels. And stability tests, I'm pretty sure just you just need to run. I think you got to survive. In fact, or two again. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. This is going to be lots of hoocha hatcha, hoocha hatcha, hoocha hatcha move.
Draw anything good?
Okay, so we do have that. What on earth is... Oh! Interesting. So I get to... Can I see what I've got? No, I... Okay, so that copy is going to hide. Ping will stun. Then what does this do? Well, I guess I will find out.
Time for some keep away.
Uh-oh. Dog, dog, dog. Okay. Okay, so this is not too bad. I think last time I did this, I had a very, very difficult... I had like a... Yeah, thank you, thanks. Uh-oh. Emergency turn. I have no idea what on earth I'm gonna end up going into. I don't even know what I get, what I lose. I suppose that's the other thing, is I should be using my turn, really. Purge. I have no idea what that means. As you can tell, I get... Okay, we're not doing too badly. So I have one emergency turn. Actually, yes, do it. There we go. And then we will... I don't know, maybe this will help? "13 seconds to go." What? Let's just jaunt. Maybe it stuns? I don't know. Is the honest answer. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, jaunt lost. 1, but...
Whoa. We're done.
Okay, so... One thing that's quite handy about this game is that you kind of have a live system tied to what you've got attached to your weapon. So rather than just dying and having to restart, you lose the most memory intensive thing on your weapon, which is a really cool little mechanic. It just means you don't have to worry about dying, but you do have to worry about the fact that you then need to wait until those attacks have recovered.
Go, just... I'm good.
Okay. Right. Oh yeah, the plot. That's the thing we should get back to. I've got to say, I really like the black backdoor areas. It's very much... I mean, it's like the Proving Grounds, to be honest. It is a very similar to the Proving Grounds, and it just works really nicely. You want to go there and...
Oh, anyway, like I was saying... What was I saying?
Okay. Gazebo, come... Whoa. Oh, yeah.
The spine of the world.
What? Whoa.
Oh boy. Would you look at the time?
Whoa. Okay. Okay, that helps. Thanks. Okay, let's just keep running. Something is jabbing its tail at me. Whoa! Unique daily visitors. 1. Run. Run. Keep moving.
Back there. I think that was just the tail.
Decorative pool. Unauthorized swim 17.
That was just the tail.
Did appear to be, yes.
Where'd everybody go? If notice the size of that thing? I wouldn't hide from anybody.
Ooh, functions upgraded as well. Or updates, I should say. Ooh, yes, sure. What are you? I didn't think you were attached on that. Where's the one that I already have? Ah, ping. Enter Jelliford. Investigation. Officially speaking, Officer Jelliford can only do so much until the administration provided sufficient clearance for his own safety. But one side effect of Officer Jelliford's talents as a forecaster was his insatiable desire to confirm his hypothesis. So he decided to move forward with his investigation, sensing significant trouble and not wanting to sit by idly rather than do his job. What he discovered in Goldwalk shook Officer Jelliford to his core. He had never seen anything like it, and his hands shook as he prepared his report on the spot. But he ceased transcriptions when several individuals approached him. He did not expect them either. Ah, I see. Oh, that's really interesting. So I've been thinking it's just time spent in certain upgrade slots, which I think it is. But at the bottom right, I can see that the middle slot is still locked in terms of description. And so I guess that's to incentivize you to move it to different slots. So ping being on the bonus upgrade slot has unlocked the furthest to the right, whereas I'd now want it in the middle to get the rest of Henter Jelliford's story. Cool. That's really interesting. Yeah. Bailey Gilland. Ms. Bailey Gilland was never one to follow the pack. Due to a variety of social challenges she experienced early on, she grew to care much more about the past than about the future. While this preoccupation at first made her reclusive as a person, in time it flourished as an invaluable skill, which put her at the forefront of a movement to fundamentally rework the city's outdated and incomplete archival system. Then, one day, Ms. Gilland received a message from her local admin branch extending her a pre-approved opportunity to be head of the city archives. She accepted on the spot. Oh, gender X. Oh, we do appreciate seeing some non-binary representation. Good job, Supergiant. Acquisition statistics to shape the present and the past. So yeah, you get reasons cited. I'm still not really sure what they mean. So yes, now we have more memory. I was wondering if we would get more memory. That's really good. I also really like that the memory system reminds me of Netrunner, which is one of my favorite card games. In that you have to develop a deck, and part of that involves computers, and they have certain memories, and then you can install programs on them. So it's very similar to that in terms of building memory over time and allocating resources as you prefer. So, Preston Moyle, let's have a look and just go over a summary. So red needs to be on my bonus, so gain damage resistance and immunity to all slowing effect. Ooh, nice. You're gone for everything, so that's fine. Lillian needs to be. I'm gonna guess that a lot of you are. Yeah, all of you kind of need to be cycled into the. Ah, yes, Sybil Rise. I've not used you as an actual active slot. Yes. Or Shobar Shazberg. Bailey, you have. And cool. So, based on that, well, let's call a friend to aid the user. That sounds like a fun idea. Let's stick that on X. What else needs to be? Ah, yes. You can go on to Y, and that gives me some stealth. I really want to know more about red, so I'm going to stick you on the passive slot. You're low priority, you're low priority. A lot of these are low priority in terms of what they need to be attached to. Henter Jelliford, much reduced turn planning costs and speed up most functions. So what does this do on anything else? Mask will gain a faster cooldown between uses, or help will summon a hardy, faster moving friend whose attack is more efficient to use in turn. That sounds awesome. And then we can pretty much just do what we want, I guess. Because nothing else is... There's nothing else I'm specifically trying to unlock the lore for, so let's attach jaunt to B, because everyone loves a jaunt on B. Do we have any just basic... There's breach. So masking's going to let me use more backslash. This is going to have a friend. Bark range. Oh, I'm going to get a dog. I hope that's going to be really good. Do I want spark? No. Bounce. So breach does base damage of 60. Bounce does base damage of 100. All right. I know. Base damage of 100, range of 800, versus bounce, which does number of jumps 5 and turn planning cost 35. So it's actually slightly cheaper. I think bounce is generally more useful because it just bounces to... Well, it bounces. Bounce is useful because it bounces. Who would have thought of it? What do? You split and divide most functions to get results. Oh, that just rains sparks along user's path. Bounce will spawn chaotic jumping particles. Mass will automatically launch a powered-up spark when the effect ends. None of those particularly thrill me. Accelerate most functions, so range and jump range are much faster. A bit more damage, or more... That's not bad. That's not bad. 200% stealth duration. I do like the idea of increasing the range of breach. I have 5 left, out of which I can get 3. So get doesn't really work with this build as much as I think it would be useful. We can... What happens if I just put both of these on? Jaunt will spark particles along the used path, and jaunt will deal damage in an area around the destination. So basically, run into things at high speed and explode at them. That sounds fun. I mean, what more do you want from a power? Okay, that's brilliant. I love that. I love that. Oh, and now this has much more range. I also love that it actually changes how it moves. That's just really cool. It actually changes how the design is set out. How the art does. Arch does.
Here they are.
Okay. Let's do... Wait, what? Ah. No. Art use... Ah, nice.
Don't let the spine have all the fun.
Whoop. Or, kill you. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do... Actually, I want to do mask. Do mask at a target? And then bounce in that general direction. And then let's jaunt through the weeds just because that sounds fun. And I also... Oh, and you... Like that. Bark at that. Bark at that. And then... Bark at that. And we'll do that. Okay, nice.
Excuse us. Pardon us.
Oh yeah, limiters. I should actually no. I definitely don't like. I kind of don't like the one of the limiters I've got because it just makes it a little. Well, they all make it harder. But yeah, it just kind of.
Ready to go.
I currently have limiters that reduce the amount of time that I have to collect cells and also potentially cause 2 cells to spawn. I'm pretty happy with that, and the third one would be to shield the cells, so I've got to attack them more, and that does not really work with the build I'm going with, so I'm going to keep the 4% bonus rather than 6%.
It took off.
Good.
I think it took off.
Ah, function files updated. There we
Save it
go.
already.
Here's Red. So, Red was a music producer. Disappearance. The Camerata found her one night once the crowds dispersed after one of her performances. They had reason to believe that she would be alone, rehearsing said new material. But she was not alone, and the presence of another individual disrupted aspects of the Camerata's plans for the night. Red survived the incident, becoming separated from the Camerata due to the unforeseen circumstances on their part. Although her trace data remains intact, partial transfer did occur, including transfer of ownership status of something the Camerata believed theirs. That's how Red became the wielder of the Bastion. Not the Bastion, the Transistor. And then we have... here we go. Sybil Rise, formerly of the Camerata. One night, Miss Wrights nominated Red as a target for her Camerata colleagues, citing Red's surging popularity in the city and her unusual set of selections. Red could have substantially advanced the Camerata's agenda and was not yet so ubiquitous that her sudden disappearance could be sufficiently disguised. Miss Rise promised that the Camerata could get to Red at a time when she would be completely alone. Trace data reveals an 85% chance she falsified this claim. And then we've got, yes, Shomar Shazberg, former magician. After constructing his personal glider, Mr. Shazberg sailed forth one evening from a high-rise rooftop to the delight of thousands of onlookers at ground level. Onlookers lost visibility of him as he flew into the dense fog hanging over Goldwalk. Though their cheering continued for more than 40 minutes, Mr. Shazberg, meanwhile, completed his skydrop very much as planned. What he did not expect was that several individuals were waiting for him when he touched down. And, enter Jelliford. The Camerata knew Officer Jelliford posed a significant threat, as he was one of the only detectives stubborn or determined enough to refuse to accept the administration's non-committal answers about what was going on in Goldwalk. After considering several ideas that might draw the officer out, the Camerata realized they needed to be only patient with him. After all, a forecaster could only predict what was already planned. After Officer Jelliford vanished, the 18th Precinct fabricated a palatable explanation for the public. The officer was approaching retirement age. And together, they agreed to name a quarter of his home district in his honor. That explains a lot. Okay, let's remove everything. Because this, I'm quite liking this way. Supergiants have such a lovely way of incentivizing you to try different things. Like, here, there's some laws hidden behind this. So recover more quickly after using turn, spawn a copy when attacked. Okay, so that's what I was doing in the in that planning stability. Cool. Gain a deflecting shield that negates damage to the user. Wait, that's just that's not Aphrodite. That is Goddess of Wisdom, Athena. That's Athena's power. What do you do? Generate volatile packets. That's not very good. Fine. You've got everything, so you don't need to be here. You will do become undetectable and faster after eliminating targets. I like that as a thing. Let's put you there. You can pretty much go anywhere, so you should actually probably go on the upgrade. What's fun? What's fun? Oh, you know what? Jaunt is good. Drawing cells faster and farther away. Make most functions. What's this? Jaunt will spawn a gravity well there where used drawing. Oh, I like that. What else does this do? So cooldown speed, cooldown transport, shorter distance. Jaunt will damage any targets along the user's trajectory. Stuns. Damage around the destination. Leave behind a user copy. Oh, that's probably quite good. Or more efficient to plan during turn. I don't really use it during turn as a thing. And yeah, you can do it during recovery. I was enjoying this, but I'm going to do something else. I'm not a huge fan of the packets, though. Adding something that causes more damage is pretty good. Let's put you on A because I do enjoy this ping. And can we make that explosive? Ping will deal damage in an area if area effect and impact, or will chain to multiple nearby targets, or it will fan out multiple projectiles that are more damaging at close range. Oh, so it's almost like a shotgun. Fire farther with more velocity, nice, or stuns. So actually that makes it quite good for making follow-ups. Let's also get bounce going, because bounce is really fun. And also let's attach the range, because that was going quite well. And then finally, let's do something explosive. And then finally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can get one or the other. So that will spawn a copy, or that will get a 50% chance of preventing cells from spawning. Not too fussed. Or deals an explosion, or deals an even more boom. More boom. Let's do that. I kind of like that as an idea. And let's have a look at my limiters. So I get a level bonus of 2%. Shielded cells. I'm already getting user process sometimes spawns twin cells, and process will respawn from cells in much less time. I think that is enough. And yeah, I'm looking forward to when I get a new limiter, because I do like having the limiters. They're a fun challenge.
Settling every big decision in this town. Head of the Camerata and they're pulling the strings.
Veracity of findings 91%.
Hey, at least if we get through this.
Relocation plans urgent priority. Missing person reports skyrocket. Camerata group implicated in incident. Highrise night OPI. Something process? Don't know. Some QVC terminals experiencing failure. State of emergency declared. Monstrosity attacks Bracket Towers. Eyewitnesses report confirms presence of a massive organism in downtown Cloudbank. Developing.
We'll get to say we were there.
A huge serpentine creature was seen clinging to Bracket Towers south in the Highrise district early this morning, amid spreading panic and devastation caused by the process outbreak ravaging the city. Administration warns that the creature is extremely dangerous and is to be avoided at all costs. The 18th Precinct is launching a full-scale effort to draw the creature away from populated centers. Any residents remaining in Highrise are urged to leave the area immediately.
Red, hi.
Hey, it's me. It's me. Are you still there? Look, we're going to get ourselves out of this, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Hold on. You just try to hold on, alright?
I'm trying.
You have to hold on. I'm going to find the thing that's doing this, and I'm going to break its heart.
I believe you.
So, key factor here is that for reasons unknown, Red has lost her voice. She can't speak, so that's really cool that she's using the comment section of the news terminal to communicate with Transistor, the sword.
You always have a plan.
My plan is hit it till it dies, honestly. Oh. Whoa.
Hello. How did you get in there?
Structural integrity 77%.
This tower isn't going anywhere. You hear that, Spine? Know what I hate worse than stairs?
Stairs that...
Nothing.
I mean, fair. I'm not a huge fan of the spine.
Nothing. You know, I have a theory
Uh-huh.
about what's come over me. I think what's causing this,
Ooh.
it's big. Real.
Hunting cloak. Oh, that's good.
It's white.
Right, ping, backstab, and then... Uh-oh.
It's like closer it gets, farther apart we are.
I should fire in this general direction. Ah, no. Okay, so Spark was not as useful. These are difficult things to attack. Oh, okay.
Hey, why'd you stop?
Okay, so let's have a look and see what my alternatives are. So Spark is gone, which does at least give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got plenty of spec to get you. Let's call a friend, because I feel like distraction is going to be cool. Also, can we make our friend explode? Howdy friend whose whose bark has a blast radius. Explodey dog. Ooh, and it survives longer. Load. Yes, please. And this will come when I've accessed one more access point. Database corrupted.
Bother, just
We're sorry. This
gone to the country.
this terminal has suffered an unknown problem and needs to restart. Restarting.
We don't
File
know
not
if it
found.
will be worse than this terminal.
What a problem? We're sorry, your request could not be completed this
I
time.
doubt they'll get the memo.
Fair enough.
Hey, where's the spy?
There it is.
There it is again. Almost. Almost.
Really liking Jaunt being here. Over here. Oh, nothing. Okay, fine. Bracket Tower's gondola. I feel like getting myself in a small enclosed space is not a great plan.
Hey, wanna hear a funny joke?
Oh, so much.
What's the difference? Never mind. Tell you later.
Yeah, let's keep moving. Okay, spine is protected. Let's not let's just keep moving and not get too close. Just pull some figure eights. Oh, that's a really
Are we
nice.
there yet?
That's a really nice transition. what's upgraded? You are. Disappearance. The Camerata saw in Mr. Shazberg someone who commanded a significant influence over a young and vibrant sector of the city's population. Mr. Shazberg, for his part, initially mistook the Camerata for an administrative group and was shocked and disappointed to have been located so easily. His famous escape attempts likewise proved unsuccessful in this particular scenario. Nevertheless, more than 80% of individuals who self-identify as fans of Mr. Shazberg's work believe that his disappearance was all part of the stunt. Huh. Bailey Gilland. Ms. Gilland's propensity to look at and find truth in historic fact patterns made her excel at evaluating possible decisions about the future. She was well regarded for her objectivity and fairness. Anytime a new civic initiative was proposed, Ms. Gilland could cite relevant historical data that put the initiative into context and ultimately let those involved move forward with confidence. She became one of the administration's top consultants. So, in spite of her demeanor, she was not surprised when she received an invitation to a private banquet in honor of individuals who gave the most to Cloudbank. I guess this is all like, hey, this is how the Camerata murdered these people. Let's have a quick look at... Boop, 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 boop. Let's... So red, we're good. It would be really nice if I could see these bottom right elements without having to go into everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got you, all of you, got all of you. 5. So basically everything. So recover more quickly after using turn. Gain a deflecting shield that negates damage. Generate volatile packets, or drawing cells faster and farther away. That might be useful. I'm feeling like a deflecting shield here is going to be very, very wanted. Let's also... What do I want to have a real high power to it? If I'm not doing... I probably want breach. There. Because then I can attach something that... Yeah, I can attach stun to it. I can probably also attach explode to it. We'll deal damage in an area at point... no, I kind of want it penetrating. Fire instantly and become... Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds like a really good idea. Though, do I want that to be... No, I don't. I want this on A because then I want it to... You're not that useful. Ah, potency of functions when backstabbing. Perfect. Copy of the user. Nice. Let's definitely put ping on Y, just so we've got a little bit of additional... Actually, no, I don't think I want to do that, now that I think about it, because I definitely want you. And I think... yeah, let's have a bit of enemy manipulation. And then you return... You reduce planning functions. Let's have a look at you. So you suddenly get a lot... Turn planning cost. Turn cost reduced 25%. It's not as useful. 10%. 10, 10, 20. So maybe Spark. But then I feel like having Spark just be more explosive is just the way to go. What do I have left? I've got 4, or so I could either make it replace turn planning costs and speed up functions, or prevent cells from spawning. I'm not too fussed about preventing cells from spawning. Let's be more efficient to plan during turn, or get more efficient to plan during turn and faster in real time. Let's do that. Yeah.
Please be.
What the...
Oh dear.
Okay. Wait, hang on. I've got breach. No, don't jaunt. Don't jaunt. For the love of all that's good and holy, don't jaunt. So I think just hitting breach a lot is going to be the way to go here. And also avoiding the goddamn tail. And jolting like nobody's business. Run, 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 run. No, I need to stop putting that on George. Actually, wait, hang on. I don't want to do spark there. Let's do breach here. And then can I do spark over... No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait, hang on. Why don't I pull a get on you, a get on you, a breach right about here, and then just spark about here. Because then in theory, everything should be okay. Everything, well, we'll see. Okay, breach, jaunt, oh no, jaunt, aim, there, breach, execute. Move, 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 move. No, that jaunt is not useful. That. Ooh. Do not like. Right. I guess the question becomes, what am I losing? I need to move, 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 move. Uh-oh, breach lost, breach lost. Okay, this just took a lot longer to do. Okay, 60 60 is better. Let's do it. Grab this. What? No. 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 Inside, texture soft and greasy. Okay. Do not want. Oh god, it looks like a Klimt painting in here. What the... Beats for minute 17. Oh, Slay the Split. I mean, is this Slay the Spire flashbacks or flash forwards? Because this game came out several years before. Nice.
Thanks. For whatever you did back there.
Hull. Raise the conditioning. Oh, no. Strike nearby targets upwards with tremendous force. Or purge. Ah, this is the thing I was. Huh. Corrosive and slowing. Spawn a seeking parasite that dismantles a target from within. Retaliate automatically when struck. I do like that. Apply a corruption effect to most functions. And it's a little bit less expensive in terms of mem, so let's... Yeah, I'm not fancying... I don't want the uppercut right now. I'm going to go for the purge. And then select permission, +1 upgrade slot, or 1 passives. Ooh, more passives. I think most of my skills I'm looking to get passives. Or most of the lore I'm looking to get passives. So let's do that. And, ooh, limiters. User will lose access to 6 mem or more. Functions may be uninstalled. The process will strike with twice as much power. Let's do that one.
Among other things.
Okay. 2 people? Wow, wait, there's people?
No way. Know where we are?
Bracket
We're
towers.
here.
Cool. Helpful. What? Okay, that was a really cool boss fight, by the way. Like, that felt properly tense. Like, that was legitimately concerning. Like, and to be honest, I wasn't, now that I think about it, I wasn't even in that much risk because I still had 3 functions to go through before I was at risk of a game over, but it still felt really nice and tense. Interesting. Clearance check.
They're letting us walk right in.
I'm seeing... Oh, is this where the Camerata live?
Looks like you got a message there.
New private message.
Greetings from the Camerata.
Private message from Kendrell Asher. RE welcome Red. Sent minutes ago from Bracket Tower's top.
It's really you. Come all this way. I never had a chance to introduce myself. I'm Asher. But you've come for Grant. Good. I'd let you up, it's just we're stuck. Walled ourselves in. Precautionary measure. So they won't be joining us here either. I better go. Grant needs me.
Hope you're not buying this garbage. At least we know they're here. We'll find them.
Okay, this is
Maybe they'll be cordial. We sincerely regret any inconvenience or actions may have caused you. Here's your voice back. Here's your body. Have a nice day.
welcomeness 8%.
Wish I had my own elite club. Special uniform, secret handshake, private meetings, big plans. You want in? Think about it. Standing offer.
Okay. Let's absolutely do this. I need to beat more of these. Grapple shot? Oh, God. Well, that's going to be fun. 8% bonus. So you're out of there for one more access point.
Max Darcy gave up Fashion Week to get caught up in all this.
Nice. Right, let's quickly uninstall a bunch of things. I believe it's, yeah, Lillian, Preston, and Neola. Did I get all of your stuff? The camera artist saw Miss Xian as an invaluable moral compass of sorts, someone predominantly driven by philanthropic goals and seeking no personal gain from her actions. This type of perspective, they felt, was an important counterbalance in comparison to some of the other individuals they had in mind, whose work was no less significant to the city, but whose intentions were not as plain to see. After her disappearance, those who knew Miss Xian reluctantly came to believe that the Channel incident shook her resolve enough where she decided to go away for a while to reignite her passion. Oh, yes, I'm aware new passive slot available. So I've got all of you, none of you.
Bailey Gilland worked admin up in Highrise. That's a lot of privileged info. Hinter Hyaford went to the country. Precinct did a press conference and everything.
Oh, Hyaford, I do apologize. Right, so spawn a copy when attacked diverting nearby targets. Recover more quickly using turn. Let's do that. And what do you do? Oh no, you have done. Generate volatile packets. Lillian. Spawn a copy when attacked. Sure, why not? Okay. Now, Purge. Let's stick it on our X and see what happens. Let's also start grabbing. Like ping is just fairly universally reliable. So ping on A and upgrade that with there. Bounce is always good on B. What else we got? Oh, I think I install basically everything. And as I usually use bounce on that, do there. Increase the area effect of most functions. Bounce will be slightly stronger and deal damage to the blast radius. Do like that as an idea. Bounce will pull targets to the user and deal more damage at longer range. Yeah. Let's do that one. And then, yeah, get for a bit of manipulation. You know what? Whilst I can afford it, Purge will gain a 50% chance to present cells from spawning. Get will gain a 50% chance. Yeah, no, neither of these are particularly useful. Let's just... Yes.
Where to?
Oh, wait. Function files updated? Which function? Am I missing? Okay, we'll find it later.
Bracket Towers Concourse. Never had the pleasure.
Oh, let's have a...
Let's see here.
Oh, hello.
Must be the
Maintenance
express
wing.
lift to the very top.
Okay, maintaining barely. Oh, back door. Security firewall. Let's just have a quick shifty around. Oh, more terminals. Archive gallery. Files lost. 1.6. I've no idea what that even means. 1.6 to the power of 13, maybe? Okay, let's have a look at the terminals.
Why are they even here?
When everything changes, nothing changes. That's the Camerata's creed, our mission. We love our city the way it is. We didn't want to see it fade because someone out there didn't like the color of the sky. Everything we did, everything we're doing, is for Cloudbank.
Liar.
Give me
He's
one
lying.
reason.
Why wouldn't he be?
Well, he also just doesn't make any damned sense.
They've come forward.
To the people of Cloudbank.
People of Cloudbank. We did this. We, the Camerata, are responsible for inexcusable crimes committed against this city and her citizens. This is a formal admission of guilt. I solemnly swear everything written here is true. Know that I am responsible for these heinous acts perpetrated against the city of Cloudbank. My accomplices are Sybil Rise, Royce Brackett, and Grant Kendrill. We alone are to blame. Perhaps our worst sin is you will get no justice. For now, we all share the same sentence.
Contact all.
What have they done?
What are you trying to do if not... What? What was their plan?
Storage archives. We'll just take a peek.
Oh, okay, so...
Somewhere in here there's a file on everyone in town. Safe and secure.
And breach back. Okay, I'm gonna remove that. Put breach on... Yeah, put breach on Y, because why not? And then we will... Breach pulls targets to the user. Purge will pull its target to the user in addition to the base effects. Sure.
That's better.
Okay, so... Oh,
Hey,
hello.
boys. Been a while.
Oh, you're Creep 3.0. Gravity beams.
Payback time. What's gotten into these creeps?
Nice. There we go. kidding me? Okay, can we get slightly closer? Right, so. Ping. Thing. Ping. Thing. I don't want to do... No, I don't want to do ping again. I don't want to do that either. Well, that's just... Maybe. I swear you've been here a second ago. I swear I got you. I swear I got you. Maybe. Oh, definitely feeling the benefit of the, and boop, and boop, and boop.
Bang.
Nice.
Till next time. Which I'm thinking will be pretty soon.
Almost certainly.
Curves around toward the back.
So I still really want to know what's in, like, the maintenance lift and the firewall and the... Oh! Oh! I think I just understood, because I just saw something that said firewall access. Oh my lord, this is massive. I love it, I love it.
There's something.
Corrupted archives. Oh, nice. Function files updated. 3. Perfect. Contents non-recoverable.
Probably all sorts of dirt on the Camerata tucked away around here.
Probably. Oh, I just saw something happen. Hello? Ms. Platt never learned the truth about her vanished friend, though in a brief moment she did learn the truth about the unusual phenomenon. To the Camerata, Ms. Platt was more of a meddler than an opportunity. One of the scarce few who held some knowledge of their movements. When the time came, they made sure that they were nowhere near her last known location. According to OVC, Miss Platt had been missing for more than 2 weeks, and the trail had gone cold. Incidents of foul play have occurred less than 1 year on average, but for the last 10 years. Less than once a year on average over the last 10 years. But authorities have not yet ruled it out in this case. Oh. Preston. OVC first declared Mr. Moore's absence a full 5 days later. So sure were his associates that he would return like always. His close friends did not worry more than usual for 3 days, but for each subsequent day their worries increased an average of 84%. This quotient proceeded to spread to the numerous fans of Mr. Moore's illustrious career, although administrators barred any appeals to search for him in an offline district. Yeah, it must be you. Not everyone wears the Dartsy brand. However, 2 years ago, more than 56% of individuals between the age of 16 and 42 showed interest in or complimented someone wearing Mr. Maximilius Darcy's clothing. The self-styled Cloudbank clothier became a fashion icon in his early 20s when he introduced to the world a garment line that boldly eschewed formal tradition. Not only that, so prolific was his work that seemingly everyone in Cloudbank, in reality it was only 8% of the population at the time, found garments that spoke to them as individuals. In spite of this, all was not well in Mr. Darcy's life. Fun. I did like the corruption mechanic. That was fun. Right. Who still needs to get more interest? I was actually quite enjoying the quicker turn, so I might keep that on. Unless I've got 2. Oh, yeah, actually, maybe fun maybe having random explosives appear will be fun. Alien ground. Okay, let's have random explosives appear. Let's have random explosives. What do you do? Drawing cells faster and from further away. Okay, sure. That could be fun. Actually, that might be an idea to do. Okay, let's have a think. You allow things to be used in turn. Actually, I'm going to stick ping here, along with crash and with jaunt, because I think that's quite a fun combination. Let's put breach onto A. With. Oh yeah, let's bounce. Let's make A bounce. Yes, that is a great idea. Then let's. I should put this on an upgrade. And what do you do? Apply corruption effect. That sounds kind of cool. But will slow targets dealing damage over time. Nice. Or slow targets dealing. Okay, so that has several blasts, so it's definitely a good idea. And then mask. Anything else we can stick this on? You know what? Let's play around with the stealthy bit. That sounds kind of fun. Yeah, and limiters. And limiter activated. Designation jerk. Wouldn't want to agitate this particular specimen. Would strongly advise against any such thing. Do not disturb. Although, it's quite docile, really. Not easily disturbed, but not to be disturbed. Its large frame suggests to me that it is an older form, less efficient, less capable in some ways, though specialized. Specialized like all the rest. It wouldn't still be around if it didn't have its uses. And just you look at it. You can guess what it's for, I'm sure. You need a good plot of land to build upon? Why, here's the process you ought to call. Royce. I've still not found the ones of these that have grapple shots, and I'm terrified of the one. I'm terrified to find them.
Straight ahead. What if they even want with us?
Oh, no. Do not approve. Do not want. Self-shield. Oh my. Wait, so how are we meant to...
Cheerleader blocked us.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. Do not approve. Do not like.
It's all you.
Oh god, I lost ping. That's not great. Okay, if I move around here, and target that packet as well as... Like, I don't know what the range... I really wish you could... Ah, okay, so I'm not paying enough attention here. I should really... There we go. Right, where are you?
Who else?
Okay. So, I don't think I'm as big a fan of this loadout as I was the other one.
Some kind of break room up there.
Okay, let's have a quick... What's over here first? I want to know.
Got another message waiting.
Oh, fun.
This isn't what they wanted.
The process, those things, they don't answer to us anymore. They don't answer to anyone. We thought maybe we could stop them without the transistor. As you can see, that isn't going well. Though I suppose you're not about to just hand it over, are you? After all we've done.
Good question.
That's a very fair point. These people, like, but a group that appear to be, like, trying to be the Illuminati, they're very, very bad at it. Let's look at some more... Ah, here we go. Yeah, Tennigan. As far as anyone knew, Mr. Tennigan took some personal time as one day his broadcast simply stopped. He had never missed a day of broadcasting in his life, and so his listeners, while disappointed, were very understanding and both happy and concerned for him. A significant majority of Mr. Tennigan believed Mr. Tennigan finally took a break, as he often promised he would one day. Since then, Mr. Tennigan's young producer inherited his show. The listenership steadily declined, bottoming out at just 22% of Mr. Tennigan's average. In private, Mr. Darcy suffered from certain dependencies he believed were the source of his talent, or rather the source of his inspiration. Unfortunately, he was correct in this assessment. When he decided to come forward and wean himself from these dependencies, after an initial public outpouring of support, his career started to falter. His ideas became less quickly, and he could not act on them as quickly. And so, against the wishes of his closest confidant and partner, he resumed his old habits. It was then that Mr. Darcy met certain individuals professing knowledge of his condition, who invited him to participate in an experiment that could cure him without compromise. Believing he had little to lose, Mr. Darcy decided it was worth a shot. Ms. Jalan's surprise came later when she arrived at the site of the banquet to discover the event was only in her honor, and that it was not a banquet at all. The Camerata identified Miss Jalan as having a wealth of knowledge about the city's inner workings and an agreeable, non-confrontational attitude, which gave her success in her professional interactions. Miss Jalan lived a very private life and had no significant interests outside of work. But when she failed to show up for her duties one day, her colleagues were very troubled and found no leads to her whereabouts. She never told anyone of the banquet. Right, let's quickly... So, you're now everything's now on you. You're done. What do? You retaliate automatically when struck. That sounds good. Anybody else who needs to be on the passive specifically? If not, I'm probably going to put Jaunt there. I realise I've been saying for the last two streams that I cannot fathom using playing a Supergiant game without some form of quick escape. But it's very, very tempting. Oh, you know what? You want A plus get. Nice. Yes, I like that as a thing. That just sounds fun. Let's also let's put you here. And also mask on you and this one. And then let's put this on Y and make it more explosive. And then I have space for a friend. So
We'll show him.
okay, what does the break room do?
Guess if you're gonna spend hours poring over files or running half across town, eventually you're gonna need a break. Go ahead, it's open. Pretend I'm not here. Just hurry back. Good? Good.
You know what? Fair enough. We've been running around the city for hours at this point.
We're on the top level.
Oldest
Oldest
archives.
archives. Always imagined there'd be more. Photo op.
What the? Oh no. Oh, I hate this. Oh, we don't like this.
They're trying to get in your head. Never saw it coming.
Nice.
What do they do with those snapshots?
Love that bounce.
Well, let's see what we can find up here.
Ah, ping's back. In that case, let's put ping Yeah, you know what? Let's just pop it here.
Found something. Those.
Oh, there's another one of the bastards. Breach lost. Okay, fine. Ah, of course, that means that I don't have that. Fine. Let's get you and you, and then oh. And run. Run. Okay, keep moving. Oh, no. Bye.
That's that. Should be some kind of override.
Oh, good. Oh, everything got upgraded. Yeah, you're gonna... Okay, so let's, I guess, stick on bounce. Yeah, stick bounce on there. Let's remove that and reinstall it on bounce. And let's also put mask on it. Yes.
Good to go.
Actually, you know what? Let's, like, just because I very rarely get a chance to use it, but why the hell not put this on the X?
I think it's full.
There we go.
Like that one.
Assuming there's nothing else over this way. Ooh, top shelf.
The town's passed. It's all on the books. Getting wiped out.
I think I now understand what's going on. Really firewall access.
Knew it. Should be another one just like this, other side of the tower.
Please contact an authorized administration, maintenance, or archive wings to release lift override 2 of 2. This is a security precaution. Thanks.
Let's get back to the concourse.
Right, I see. Okay. Right, in that case, I think it's going to make a nice conclusion to
All right,
tonight's
let's check across the
stream
hall.
if we
Still shut tight.
unlock the
First set of locks are
maintenance
down
wing. Ooh. And then we can finish off in the back door, and we'll start again in the back door, and we'll,
The other
we'll do
override
the
ought to be
challenges.
here. Maintenance.
Launch? Oh, okay. Launcher, eh?
Count of 3.
There's a function. How? Ah, right, yes. It may seem mundane for the Camerata to take interest in a man like Mr. Darcy, yet from the Camerata's perspective, he's perfect. It was someone with the capacity to sway thousands in a subtle way and whose career appeared to be waning. The public would readily accept that such a man, publicly disgraced, would decide to head to the country away from the bustle of city life. Country, I'm noticing, is capitalised, that's concerning, and indeed, if the public took this news at face value, all but Mr. Darcy's confidant, who the Camerata dealt with separately. Interesting. Right.
3. These guys. More cropping up whenever you hit them. Still charging.
Oh, no, they should be bouncing. Bounce, 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 bounce. Ah! Bad dog. Ah, no! Spark lost. Okay, that's a shame. Oh no. Friend, please help.
Get him, girl.
And meanwhile... Uh-oh. Dog friend, dog friend. Oh, thank goodness. That kind of sucks. Okay, let's just... okay, remove that. Put this on here. Make it explode. Okay. I'm not sure what that maiden shaft does, so I'm going to quickly have a look the other way. Boop.
We want to get up top.
Jump rating. Ah, there we go.
Guess you should be flattered.
You.
It was nothing personal, you know. You were valuable, handpicked, unique, but one of many. All we needed was your point of view, to give the people what they didn't know they wanted. That's all we ever wanted, all Grant ever tried to achieve. The rest was merely incidental. What good could 4 individuals ever hope to accomplish in this city with only their own 4 voices? Well, we found our answer. You have it right there, in your hands.
Why are you
The
speaking
ringleader's
quickly?
right upstairs. Having fun.
Jump rating 7.1. I really like that it has a jump
don't drop
rating.
me.
Lush. Lush.
Gotta be something we can use in here.
Huh.
Not what I...
Clucker. Hoppa. Oh, what on earth? What are the eggs? What are the eggs? I'm guessing these explode.
Nailed him.
Oh, there we go. Right, what's your new thing? Turn disruptor. Oh, that does not sound fun. Right, let's do...
One more down at the end.
Thank you. Woo! Woo! There we go.
All right.
Nice. Okay, it's a function. Wait, what? Where are we going? Oh, there's a launcher over there. Okay. Isn't that exit somewhere? Is there anybody who's like desperately? I think we're kind of actually just in a position now where most of them are actually unlocked. Yeah, okay, so I basically... yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty happy to just continue doing what I did.
Grant sounds swell for a murderer.
Grant can't talk right now because he isn't well.
So the same thing that happened to
Listen,
Rice
I'm
happened to
doing
him.
everything I can for him. I know there's still time. But the truth is, ever since you took the transistor from him, he just hasn't been the same. When you see him, I think you'll understand.
I mean, if it helps, I'm probably going to give them transistor...
So they need us to help fix their mistake.
Oh, wrong one.
Round and round. Backstage access.
Uh-oh. Level 3 new Oh, just spawned bad cells. Okay, that's... You know what? I was worried for a second there.
Not now. Not happening, lady.
No, that's just silly.
Lady's making more trouble. They can take a hit now.
They also keep moving. How do you miss?
us apart.
Well, that was
Maybe that's all they want.
difficult.
We're getting there.
Ooh, awesome. So what I got? Flood, projects storm sphere that disintegrates targets in its path, or cripple targets defenses and attack. Stacks 3 times. I mean, storm sphere sounds just incredible. Regenerate life points when turn is not recovered. Ooh. Enhance most functions with lingering destructibility. Yeah, gonna go with that. And select permission. Or more mem, or more upgrade, passive. Go for mem. Mem is just such a useful thing. Hello. Right, we're gonna quickly.
Bracket. I know the name, but not the man. Heard he got out of town a while back.
Oh. I kind of thought he would. Wait, what? I thought he was somebody I was going to kill, but okay. Let's stick that on, and let's also stick that on. Beyond that, let's put on pings. Actually no. No, ping on A with crash because I actually prefer ping crash. Verge was kind of cool. But I want. Let's put bounce here along with. Let's make it an explodey bounce. And let's also make it a corruptive bounce. That just sounds fun. Let's also put that on. And let's put. Yeah, let's do get. And we'll mask it up with this. And you know what? Sure. Let's just make it so you. Just to use as much stuff as possible. And breach itself requires more marks. That's fine.
That did something.
Okay, security firewall access.
That's 2. Big door downstairs ought to be open now.
Rooftop gun with alarm. Priest contacts an emergency
Take it
administrator.
straight to Asher and Grant's hideout on the roof.
Cool. Bye.
No jumping in the lift, okay?
Oh no. I disapprove. I severely disapprove. I heavily disapprove. Hit that. And then.
Hit the beach. Looks like Grant has other visitors.
Oh, wait, what?
We're not waiting.
Oh, no, we are. They are attacking me. They are attacking me. Okay. Right. Cool.
Surprise. Hands off, jerk.
Oh, there's that grapple. Right. No, we're going to attack this egg. Ah, grapple. Do not like. Do not appreciate. Okay, we've cleared out a few more of these fellas. Wait. Shoot you in the back. Hopefully this will get this. Oh, that's just really annoying. You know what? You should get a gun.
Okay, now's our chance.
That was not exactly what I was hoping for.
Gotta find a way to the roof.
I mean, it was right. We know the way to the roof. But you know what? We are, for now, going to dip into this back door. I'm going to find a banging tune to finish off.
Asher can wait.
That's true.
Here we are at the beach, and all I can think about is Grant's sneering face. Once we get to him, what are you gonna do with him? Made up your mind? I have.
I'm going to attack him with a big sword. What have we got that's new? Yeah, I'm liking that actually. This feels a bit more chilled out. The last few fights were a little bit more tense than I was expecting. But you know what? That's not a bad thing. I had a really good time. We are definitely getting near to the end, I feel. So yeah, let's have a look and see. I don't know. I'm not sure because I've been doing the challenges at the same time that I have been completing the story. I don't know if I might actually finish on Wednesday. If I do, then that's absolutely fine. I will move on to a board game on Saturday. I've not decided which one yet, so that'll be a little thing to work out. But, yeah. In the meantime, this remains just an absolutely wonderful game. I've had a lot of fun. It's been tense at times, but it's. I think the balance is actually very good in that it feels challenging, but I'm never feeling like it's impossible. And also, generally, I just really like the fact that this is just a. It really forces you to try different combinations because, you know, I'm getting at a point now where I'm not getting out of a fight without losing something, and then I've got to rejig my thinking and try different strategies. And again, this is something I really like about Supergiant games is the fact that they just encourage you to try a little bit of everything. Don't get comfortable, don't get complacent, try all these different combinations and see what works. Yeah, I'm having it's just such a fun game to play. Thank you so much for joining me with it. I hope you've had a very nice time. And I will leave you to this music. I'm going to set up a raid on Small Terror, who is somebody I vaguely know, but, you know, other VTuber, playing Viking game, Valheim. So we're going to shoot on there. In the meantime, this video will be on Twitch for the next 2 weeks and on video on demand forever on YouTube. I've been Loxley. Please join me again on Wednesday at 9 PM GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, and we'll be getting very close, if not finishing, Transistor. Thank you very much, and ta-ra! Oh, why can't we raid that channel? That was a... Are we not allowed? Is it not permitted? What goes on? Oh. Is it because they're capitals? Is this... No, I just can't read. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a shame. Oh, well, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I don't think anybody else is... Yeah, there's not really anybody else around at the moment. This has been a really nice game. I like this. I like this chill. This is a nice way to chill before going to bed, listening to this. Right. Anyway, with that, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope to see you again. I've been Loxley. Ta-ra.